Every year, thousands of Indian students go to Canada with dreams of higher education, better job opportunities, and brighter future. However, in 2024, a shocking report from Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada revealed that nearly 50,000 international students did not attend their college after arriving in Canada. What's more concerning is that almost 20,000 of these missing students were from India. This has raised serious concern about the misuse of student visa and how Indian students are being caught in a system full of loopholes and fraudulent practices. Indian students make up a huge percentage of Canada's international student population, but many are reportedly using study visas as a way to enter Canada and then disappearing. Some are working illegally while others are applying for permanent residency without actually completing their studies. With that, there are also reports of some students using Canada as a transit point to cross into the United States illegally. The Canadian government has strict rules that requires colleges to report students' attendance twice a year to make sure that students are actually studying. However, it turns out that many students are not showing up at their assigned colleges after reaching Canada, making it very clear that something is seriously wrong. While this issue is more noticeable among Indian students, Canada is also seeing a similar problem with students from other countries as well. According to data, students from 144 different countries were found to be not compliant with their study permit. Let me give you an example. 4,279 students from China, that's approximately 6.4%, did not attend the college, while 688 students from the Philippines, 2.2%, were also missing with that. Now, the problem was even worse for Iran, 11.6%, and Rwanda, 48.1%. where a significant percentage of students disappear. However, since Indian students form the largest group of international students in Canada, they are facing the most scrutiny from the authorities. As soon as this issue came to the light, Indian law enforcement agencies launched an investigation into possible links between fraudulent education consultant, Canadian colleges, and illegal immigration network. Reports suggest that certain agents in India, specifically in Punjab and Gujarat, are charging lakhs of rupees to help students get visa under false colleges. These agents are allegedly working with some lesser-known private colleges in Canada, which may not have proper education facility, but they are still accepting students to help them enter Canada. Now, in some cases, students are even given fake admission letter, and once they reach to Canada, they just disappear and start working instead of attending the college. Another shocking revelation is that many Indian students are not even planning to stay in Canada, but instead cross into the United States illegally. There have been multiple cases of Indian students being caught while attempting to enter the US through Canada-US border. Now, this has further strained relationship between both India and Canada, as Canadian authorities are now questioning whether India is doing enough to prevent student visa fraud or not. In response to its growing problem, the Canadian government has introduced the stricter rules to prevent the misuse of student visa. In the meantime, Immigration Minister Mark Miller has stated that colleges that fail to report missing students will face penalties. Some experts have suggested that international students should be required to pay full tuition fee upfront to make sure that they actually are serious about studying. Additionally, there is a lot of confusion in Canada's student visa data. While Statistics Canada estimated over 1 million valid student visa back in April 2024, the IRCC's records show much lesser number based on actual enrollments. Now, this has led to questions about how many students are actually in Canada, but they are not studying. Now, this case could have a huge impact on future of Indian students who genuinely want to study in Canada. The Canadian government may become even stricter with student visa, which could make it harder for deserving students to get admission and work permit. Already, there is talk of limiting the number of student visa issued to Indian applicants, which could affect thousands of students who genuinely want to study abroad. It also highlights the urgent need for Indian students and parents to be extra careful when choosing education consultants. Many fake agents charge high fees and they promise guaranteed admission. But once the student reach Canada, they struggle with proper documentation or any kind of support. The Indian government needs to take strong action against fraudulent visa consultants and ensure that students are not being misled. At the very same time, Canada must increase transparency in student visa processing and restrict foreign consultants from handling applications and ensure that colleges properly verify student attendance. Now, for thousands of young Indians, studying in Canada is just like a dream. But if students continue misusing visas, it could become much harder for future applicants to get study permit or even work opportunity. Here, both India and Canada must work together to fix this growing problem before it damages the future of Indian students abroad.